देवेश्वर जी, मीनाक्षी लेखी जी, सीआईए के सभी पदाधिकारी, I am really happy to be here today. But then I realized that this is again a CII program. And last time I said, because I found out through my diary that every month I am doing at least 4 programs of CIA. People started asking me, are you a CII person? I said, but they were doing, because I had both the ministries, so you have all the wings. So information and broadcasting, there were many programs of media, and there were many programs of environment. So, but this time I was happy because this is all about sustainability. And that is what we cherish. And that's what we are striving for. And therefore I was happy. And when Deveshwar speaks, I always listen to him carefully. And if there is any gap, I just inquired some 2 figures. Once I know the figures, I'll never forget again. So he's always passionate. I like his speech. And he does things passionately. And I like passionate people because I also do the things. Today, the winners, there are many and they are very good. Large number of coming together and doing sustainable practices, best practices. And they are appreciated. This appreciation is very important. And there is inspiration also for them to work more, for them to devote more, to walk confidently on the sustainable path, because there is a profit issue, there is a cost to it. But that's still they are not taking any other route. So that gives them, appreciation gives them more inspiration to do more, and also inspiration to others to walk the path. And therefore, I congratulate all the winners because they deserve what we are going ahead with. And I will also congratulate the juries. Though you have lost the main jury to Narendra Modi, but your other 12 juries have done a remarkable work, because now there are many companies coming up with many good practices. And when you want to select out of that, it's always a difficult task. I can't be jury anytime, because how to select? Either you fall in love with everybody or you don't like anything. So that's how somebody feels. But you have selected it. They have done a great job. So I suggested him that we should appreciate all the juries, and we should felicitate symbolically at least one of the juries so that we appreciate their efforts, because this jury is different. On TV, reality shows, they are always on TV. So at least that's a compensation. But here that also there is no compensation of that kind, and therefore they have done a laudable job. It's a tough job, but they have done. I really like where Meenakshi started. She's my colleague. And she started with saying that sustainability is about future generations. That is about our civility. That is about our civic sense. And that is about our caring for future generations. And to say, this is declaration, who walks the sustainability path, declares that I will not take shortcuts. I'll not take shortcuts. And that's a big, huge statement, because shortcuts may give you short-term profits more. And in an era when you are only talking about short-term profits, once you are starting looking for long terms and walk the sustainability path, and sustainability in every walk of life, in every walk of industry, there are so many aspects, and we must think, because there are problems. And what distinguishes a sustainable enterprise from the rest is the depth of its commitment. Commitment of the entrepreneurs, commitment of the owners to sustainable growth and development in India. Such corporate champions innovate to create, capture, and retain comprehensive value for the Indian society by building assets in the country by contributing to a virtuous economic cycle of investment, by judiciously using the natural resources, and by creating sustainable livelihood. I think they must be appreciated and all have to follow them. They see sustainability reshaping their business environment and are committed to reorienting their companies to take advantage as they scale up their contribution to global practices. Climate change, energy security, broader sense sustainability objectives are often being discussed at the government, corporate, civil societies, media, and even all the global forums. This is a step in the right direction. Going forward, it is my deep conviction that competitiveness as well as profitability will increasingly depend on organizations' ability to adapt sustainable business practices. This may be on the horizon, but we can see it. It is happening. And growing civil society awareness and tougher regulations will indeed drive this change. Achieving sustained higher growth rate is in itself a challenge at the current moment because, as I told you, there are people using shortcuts and then create competitiveness. Making that growth process socially equitable and environmentally sustainable will require enormous efforts. Therefore, reiterating the fact that every segment of society needs to rise beyond sectarian and narrow interest to subserve larger national goals and together create enduring value for society. And therefore, I have an idea. I have a suggestion for the finance minister. We give many tax breaks, but we give it generally to the sector or to the class of industry. Why? We must give productive subsidization, productive incentives. And productive incentive means giving more tax breaks to those industries who practice sustainable practices. That should really incentivize good practices, disincentivize bad practices. That should be the motto of our whole economic setup and the financial policies. At the Ministry of Environment, we are sincerely working on making optimal use of natural resources, attempting to combat climate change through our 10 centers of excellence, regional centers, subordinate offices, and so on. We are propagating sustainable development, biodiversity protection, environmental conservation. We are keeping close eye on development projects and giving clearances to those which are reinforce our ideology and cause minimum damage to the existing. Our ideology means ideology of sustainability. It was my honor to represent India in the COP20 at Lima. And as Deveshwarji put it, but I have a complaint, Deveshwarji, here. That CII, FICCI, and many other organizations, they don't take cognizance of that. You gave me one note. Both the organizations gave me a note before I went to Lima. I went to it, but there needs to be more depth in the efforts. There needs to be more proactive role because next year, what we are going to do in Paris, because that will be a binding agreement. Because it will not be a legally, internationally binding emission. We will present our INDCs. INDCs, by its very nomenclature, is intended nationally determined contributions. So they are nationally determined. So they are not internationally determined. There were people and countries who were trying that it should have an ex ante review because they wanted to put conditions on developing countries. They want to pass on their buck to the developing countries. Instead of taking on their own ambitious mitigation targets, they wanted to pass on, oh, you are also rich, you are also now major economy, you are also this, and so you have to take up. But that has cost. That has competitive impact on our export-import. It has bearing on our trade, industry, businesses, practices. And when we are on the growth trajectory, now you want to stop me in between when you had enjoyed for 150 years and you have polluted because carbon remains in atmosphere for 100 years. So it's the cumulative emission which is important, not the current emission. That's what we pleaded. But there was nobody by my side from your bodies or industries. Throughout the year, you must create a cell which will give us a think tank support, which will give us new presentations, which will give us new arguments to argue for and to fight out that battle. 10 days in Lima. When I went, I yesterday told the Prime Minister what happened in Lima. But one thing, my officers first day told me, sir, what is your plan? What you want to explore? Do you want to go to Machu Picchu? Do you want to go here or there? I said, no, I have come for convention. I'll not go anywhere else. I'll not go anywhere else. And I told, and that was after my walk and little gymming, at 7:30, we had an Indian delegation breakfast session. Breakfast session is breakfast and just tell all, appreciate efforts of all my negotiators. There were 20 of them. And we discussed what happened yesterday, what we are going to do today, what will be our argument, what is the crisis, what is the point which we must be tough about, and we used to decide the strategy. Then from 9 in the morning, I used to be in the convention till it ends. Some days it ended at 4 a.m. Next day it ended at 5 a.m. But still next 9 o'clock I was there. And that's how we have to be. Otherwise, they said that last 20 years no minister has done this. I said unfortunate. Because they said they come for 1 hour. They can go somewhere. But I said no, because that's my commitment. I'm representing the country. But there I need your support. You don't leave me alone like that for fighting full 1 year to arrive at a Paris agreement. I need support of good think tanks, of good preparation, of having... America comes with, or China comes with 70, 80, 100 people. They're industry people, they're all people. And see, because whatever we will decide in Paris will impact your businesses. There were many things. There was a last-minute effort by some countries to bring in land use also. We fought vehemently. I engaged with all developing countries, LDCs, SEEDs, island countries, LMDCs, like-minded countries, Asian, and SAARC, and also developed world also. If I was doing it, just US office was just in front of us, so I invited them also twice and gave them good Indian food there. So I want to engage with everybody because we have to come to a consensus. That's the path we want to lead. And therefore, I want you to be proactively engaged in all this process, and we will welcome your participation. We want to make partners in progress. We want to make partners in our future, and therefore you have a proactive role to have. And that's why, with that appeal, and again, once again, congratulating winners, judges, juries, and all of you, thank you very much.